I've got my white worm culture. Look at all those white worms. That's where the food was. This little grate was laying on top of the food. We take this little piece of plastic. It's for some kind of craft, like needlepoint canvas or something like that. But you just shake it in the water. They sink very quickly. You don't have to get them all, but you do want to get those little the mesh holes there like to hold water, so you do need to get all that off, because you don't want to keep adding lots and lots of water to the culture. So now we got it off. We're going to feed them. This is a mix of nutritional yeast and yogurt. Right there. This mesh did not have any worms on it, but there was no food really left over there. I usually put 2 blobs. I like using bread. You can put it on bread, then when you lay this on top, you know, it's not getting in the nasty stuff. But usually they'll eat it off, so. Alright, so that one's done. Let's see how this one looks. Lots of worms. Not as many on the grate this time, because the food's almost gone. You got to catch them just a little bit earlier and they'll be eating the food. Set that aside. Got to really shake them out. You can also, if there's a bunch up the side like this, you just run your finger. They stick right to your finger, except when they go flying off. There you go. I think once your finger gets wet, put it right in the water, they fall right off. You can kind of put the food in different areas. That way they move around. And that way, as they're producing cocoons, which have eggs in them, they will be in different areas of the substrate. That way, when you go to divide this up in a little bit, after a couple weeks, if you want to divide it up, you can start new cultures and just cut sections out of here, add them to new cultures. These 2 are done. These top ones are very new. Those are new. These are kind of older. But I just cut out of them to make new cultures, so they're not really booming. So you can see where this one had the bread. And that bread looks good. It's not moldy, so I'm going to leave the bread. Put some fresh goop in there though. Put this back down. So I'll do this to all the cultures and I'll end up with a ton of worms. I mean, there's a ton of worms in there to feed out to the fish. I'll also rinse them. Hang on. Alright, you can see them a little bit better. Quite a bit. Hard to see them, actually. That's a bad example. Go here. Some platies. Here's a bunch of platies right in here. White worms, the fish love them.